through the game easily. So what we're gonna do is start as a pyro, one bro. One bro, pyro bro. Pyros also start at SL1. We want a master key. Skinny motherfucker. Let's cosplay as a weird guy. And this time let's give him some hair. Let's make him look like a bit of a weeb. Sephiroth. Okay. So pretty much the same as we did earlier. I'm going to be running through chunks of the game. And cheesing as much as I can along the way. The main difference between starting as a pyro and starting as a deprived is that for my weapon of choice, the reinforced club, the pyro, having 12 strength to begin with, can actually one-hand it, which is going to be essential for a lot of the areas in the game. In fact, I might run to get it right away. Because I don't want to have to deal with a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. We will be taking out a few bosses early for the extra souls, which will definitely come in handy once we start building up our arsenal of spells. I missed that. Didn't need that pyro flame. What he dropped? Crap. Apparently rolling punting attacks aren't a thing here. Surprisingly, that attack actually has some AoE damage. Like I was saying earlier, it's actually easier to fight that fucker unlocked as opposed to fighting him locked. So this isn't like a no-death run or a perfect run. Again, it's a tutorial. How to get random shit early. So we get a few humanities here. We are also going to pick up a few homeward bones, but we'll get some of the fire bombs here first. Fire bombs are going to come in handy later on. There's a few things we're going to want to kill using them. Now we get the bones. We want to make it all the way to Laurentius right away. So what we're going to try to do is cheese the Capra Demon. We get Homeward Bone. We don't really need Void's Talismans. We're going to run to New Londo Ruins now. And pick up our first Soul of the Firekeeper. I'm going to want to send the elevator back up as well, because I don't want to have to wait for the lever when I bone my way back. Because we're going to be going through the Valley of the Drakes, pick up a few stuff. 800 souls right here. So pyros are a bit barbaric because you're pretty much stuck using a club the whole time. If I get lucky, maybe the Crystal Lizard will give me some large Titanite shards and I don't have to travel into the depths just to get a couple of those. Transient Curse. We don't want to engage any of the ghosts, and we don't want to aggro any more than we really have to. So let's skip past a chunk of that. Start running again. Going out. They drop a pretty decent weapon, the Ghost Blade. I think it's usable at SL1, I'm not sure. But no, we're going back down into the Valley of the Drakes because we are going to need the Grass Crest Shield, a shot at a couple of Titanite shards, hopefully. The longbow for aiming, and that's it. Oh, and we are going to cheese the Moonlit Butterfly. So yeah, there's that too. That shortcut can only be opened if you have the Master Key as your starting gift, so make sure you pick that above anything else. We're also going to be running into Darkroot Garden to cheese the Hydra. Not really cheese, but kill him early so we have some decent attack power once we've freed Blacksmith. Or Laurentius, the Great Swamp. We could also get the Red Tearstone Ring just for kicks, but it's not really necessary. Pyros have the ability to engage without having to get the RTSR to trigger. I mean, I'll probably get it just for this element, but since my loadout requires sorcery boosting stuff, it's not like I'm going to need it. I also need Havel's Ring for fashion purposes. Most of the stuff we have is pretty shit. Pyros are pretty shit in general, until you start boosting everything you need, basically. Also going to be rescuing Griggs of Vinheim. That's okay. At least I died here. I can't think of a way to de-aggro this guy anyway, so yeah, that's more or less acceptable. I just need to get my my souls back, basically. And now I can swap to a shield that actually blocks stuff. Plus the stamina regen effect is good. Oh. No. Fuck. That wasn't supposed to happen. But it did. I want him to fall. Just because of the souls. I mean, I can't use the weapon he possibly gives, and I don't really have a use for the Titanite chunk that he gives either. But it wouldn't hurt to kill him. The fuck, man. Die already. I have him in a weird loop where I can just keep backstabbing him. And it's not even worth it anymore at this point. Come on, man. Fall. Fuck. The fuck, man? How many backstabs can I possibly screw up? At this rate, he's gonna be dead from all the backstabs before he even falls. Fuck you, man, come on. He's behaving really weird. Now you fall, come on. Oh. Gonna fucking kill him the hard way. God, if he doesn't want to fucking cooperate, fine. And he just gives me a blue chunk. Great. Balls. I'm gonna get the longbow here so I can aim later on. And then we move on to cheesing the butterfly. The longbow is just for aiming. Obviously I cannot use it. There's also a crystal lizard here. Large shard. Oh, fuck. It sometimes has a likelihood of giving you a large Titanite shard. That way you can negate the trip into the depths, but, you know, since I've since it looks like I'm gonna have to. Before I go into Blighttown, might as well. So this isn't like a true Uber SL1 run where you know, do amazingly spectacular things without dying or stuff like that. This is more of a how to get started for your SL1 run. Oh, and I use quit outs just to reset aggro. I'm a bit of a sleaze like that, yeah. So there, quit out. And hopefully, okay. Now, since we will need, we will be summoning, I need to be human form. At least get some fucking pants on. We are going to be summoning Witch Beatrice. Now again, we do not want to aggro this guy. We want Beatrice to zap him while he has his back turned. Ouch. Overkill. She's going to be making short work of the movelet Butterfly. And our role will be to simply block. Punch magnet, zap it. Sometimes Beatrice can be a real cunt and not do anything. Obviously that's not going to hit it, but there we go. Now I get 10 grand, which is good, because now I can do a little bit of shopping. We will get the wolf ring, because the wolf ring is a little bit essential for SL1s early on, just because I don't want to get ganked. Because dealing with mobs is pretty tough too. starts with 12 attunement. I actually get, I can stack fireball spells, so once I've freed Laurentius of the Great Swamp, I can actually buy another copy of this spell. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good spell. It's pretty good once you've buffed your Pyromancy Flame up a bit. Although I won't really need to do that very early on. We'll be focusing on getting a weapon to +10 for Quelaag. Because Quelaag's actually the first boss we kill. First proper boss that we kill. So we're just boning out for most of the parts where we are. Just have to get my vape real quick. And then we are headed to Andre. Do a little bit of early shopping. Just because I don't want to have to carry around too many souls. Risk dying and all that. They sometimes drop some purple ones, but what the hell. One foot here on it now. No, don't hug me. They have a hug attack that does quite a considerable amount of damage. Later on in the game, we're going to be treating this bonfire right here in the Undead Parish as sort of our new hub. Mainly because it links into Sen's Fortress and quite a few other places for shortcuts. Plus, it's one of those bonfires you can actually warp to. Because we're going to be killing the Baronique Knight. Or we could do that later, actually. We can just go into the Undead Parish for now. Or Undead Burg, rather. We'll also be picking up the Undead Asylum key because we will need it for what we are going to do. We're going to take on the Stray Movement early so we can pump up the Pyro Flame a lot. And that, oh shit, now I remember, that's why I should have gotten the Red Deerstone Ring. RNG wasn't on my side, I didn't get a large Titanite shard earlier, so yeah, it sucks. So we're back here. The poise boost will help a lot. At least until we make it to the merchant, we can buy it. Fuck. Should have strengthened killing these guys just because I don't want to have to deal with mobs. I don't want to get mobbed. Because we're already at that point where a really nice weapon. Doesn't let me deal with a lot of the enemies early. That many. Maybe about 30. I don't really need a repair box. I need a couple of these.
Thank you kindly.
Now I just have to pray that I don't need more fire bombs. Actually a really fun weapon to use. Plus, on a pyro, you can one-hand it. Fucking god, I guess. Probably the easiest way to do it without having to rely on parry. And you just rinse and repeat, basically. Unlock. Go for it. It's gonna take for freaking ever, though. Maybe I should upgrade my weapon first. What the hell, I'm already here, I might as well. Just keep doing that. So roll into him while unlock immediately after, and then go for the backstab. Easiest way to kill him. Oh, and you screw up like that, that's what happens. Bam. Now I don't even... Oh! But I have a better way to do it now. I'm gonna go back to Andre, buff my club up into a +5 and get my souls. Yep, that's probably gonna be... Oh, fuck, but I don't have enough to buy shit. All of my souls are with Andre. Or are in that little cave. Yep, I do not have enough, so I have to get my souls back. Oh fuck, I can't believe I screwed that up. I'm just gonna bone back. I'm just gonna bone back. That sucks. Can't believe that happened. I'm getting progressively worse at this game, I swear. And it's definitely not a good thing. I'm getting really bad at the game. What are supposed to be decent runs where I don't die as often end up really, really shitty. I'm back now. I guess at SL1 you just can't afford any fuck-ups. Now before I get my shit down there, I'm gonna go and kill a crystal lizard here. And then I can get my weapon up to +5. No dice. I was hoping I'd get something, something nice. Can't afford to die. I have 14,000 fucking souls there, and I'm not repeating this shit, that's for fucking sure. Homeward bone, homeward bone, homeward bone. We'll deal with him once we have a +5. Okay, now we're back. And we're back in business too. We are going to take on, or we're headed into once we get to +5, it's going to be a lot easier. We're not taking on the other gargoyles yet. Great axe, useless. I think it's a rare drop from him. He drops either that or the tower shield or a great mace or something, I'm not really sure. Purchase 8 of these. Of course, my club. Okay.
Don't get yourself.
Well, we should be all set. Now, I want to get a couple of things before anything else. Well, we will be killing the Taurus demon, because I don't want to have to go through that whole fiasco of running into the depths through here, which I could do, but not entirely confident doing so. So this method will also allow us to get the Ring of Favor. The FAP ring. Not a good idea. Take out once he's all alone. His buff doesn't last very long, and he dies pretty easily. There's a couple of those Balder Knights down there that I don't really want to have to deal with. But I'm pretty much tied up as it is. We free Lautrec because temporarily we're going to be using the Ring of Favor. I find it to be more useful than Havel's Ring, since anyway it's not like even wearing Havel's Ring gets you, lets you wear heavy shit. It doesn't. So this is significantly slower than the other playthrough, but I think we're making better progress because we're not really fucking up as much, I guess is the term. After Taurus, we can open a couple more shortcuts with the key that we are going to get from these guys. Stealth helps. Whew. Let them fucking die. Okay. There's actually a way we can just pass that way, but I don't want to run the risk. And I'm going to need my 10 chugs. So we're going to take the long way back to the Taurus Demon. also take on the stray demon already. And it's not like Estus chugs are gonna be worth a damn. Oh, fuck. Ouch. The other stuff we can pick up, Morning Star. I could have gotten these earlier, but I opted not to. Stupid me. Lloyd's Talismans, not really a necessity. I could run to the Catacombs, but right now there's really no point because I can't warp yet, so making it to Vamos is useless. This is the remaster, by the way, so yes, there is a bonfire at Vamos' place now. Sort of makes the game a hell of a lot easier. So, Taurus. I could actually run to New Londo Ruins and open up the area where I could actually farm Dark Wraiths, but I feel that at this point it's not really a necessity. I'm just gonna kill these guys so that I don't end up getting fucked up on the way. It doesn't really help that they have a lot of stun potential since I'm practically naked and not leveling up. We're basically going overkill on Taurus Demon at this point. And yeah, we want to trigger this bonfire because right after Taurus we are going to open a couple of shortcuts. Oh, great. Light crossbow got lucky. I will need that for Ainsworth later, so I'm gonna have to level it. See what stuff they're dropping. Huh, they're dropping some nice stuff. Stuff I can't use, but nice nonetheless. Taking on the Taurus Demon now. We're going to use 1 gold pine resin just to speed up the process because I don't want to have to keep doing stuff over and over and over. I want him dead in about 3 hits or 4 hits or something. So we're going to do a plunging attack on him and then club his dick to death. And then we are going to go through the painstakingly daunting task of fighting the Stray Demon early with a +5 club. We are going to rely on the fact that this thing causes bleed. That's what we're going to base our whole strategy on. The Stray Demon isn't all that difficult, honestly. Now we're going to cheese the Capra Demon. But before we do, talk to our boy Soler here.
Wow. The way I displeased it, we have to like to stand up for it. The skip.
No, we need to make it to the depths for a few reasons. One is we need Laurentius, two is we need the large ember. So first things first, gotta open a shortcut. I've killed most of the shit here. Shouldn't be too hard. Now, this part can be a bit tricky. Mainly because of the bleed buildup from these guys. It's okay to consume the Estus because we're not really going to be fighting a lot of these guys very much. Okay, back up a bit because you don't want to get backstabbed. These guys can do a shit ton of damage. I should have bought the heater shield, I'm going to need that. I forgot to buy the heater shield from the merchant. Fuck. Now that those guys are out of the way, we're gonna free Griggs, who is locked away here. I should have gotten the FAP ring, but at this point it's not entirely necessary. Would be nice though, I mean, to have it. Oops. I usually am extra careful dealing with these fires. They do deal a lot of damage. Now it's just the dogs we gotta deal with. There's a couple of them here. Some souls we're gonna want to pick up as well. We'll deal with the soul issue later. Okay, so what we're gonna do is trigger the boss fight and then quit out. That'll reset the dogs, and then we can start cheesing. So that sort of resets the aggro. So what you're going to want to do here is equip a bow so that you can aim. You're going to want to aim at this spot right here. And then it's pretty much trial and error at this point. I haven't really mastered it, but this generally works. There we go. So with your body against the wall, you want to aim at the fourth one from the left, in between the fourth and the fifth. Take a couple of steps out until you have that visible, and then chuck one. You're going to want to keep checking to make sure it's actually hitting, but yeah. There we go, we're actually hitting him. So fourth, step out until the next one becomes partly visible, and then throw. It takes about maybe 15 or 16 of these bombs to kill him. In between the fourth and fifth, step out until there's one more visible, and then throw. Yep, making good progress. 1, 2. Again, take aim in between the fourth and the fifth. 1, 2. Throw. I know this is a real sleazy way, but hey, the game is fucking sleazy. Just deal with it. 1, 2. Oops. Prematurely, sorry. Between the fourth and the fifth. 1, 2. Make sure. He's almost done. Yeah, 4 more. One last. You just gotta be careful because sometimes this doggo survives. Okay, now we can enter the depths and claim some of our prizes. Gotta be careful with that guy down there. Okay, so far so good. We can open another shortcut here. We are going to want to do. We're basically here for the large ember and to free Laurentius. I'm afraid we have a decent amount of souls already, so I'm gonna venture a little bit further into the depth, mainly because I need to get one of the large embers just so that I can, or one of the large Titanite shards so that I can ascend my weapon to a +6, then I can start farming the slugs in Lighttown. So we want to be really careful going through the depths because it's easy to get lost. And we still have a decent amount of fire bombs, because we're going to be using quite a few of them. It's pretty easy to get ganked here, because most of the enemies here are hollows. have to admit I'm not a very big fan of. Because they do have the tendency to be a little bit difficult to kill at times. And, so we're gonna pick off these guys one by one. They do a little bit more chip damage because of the torch. Make sure they don't attack at the same time. Oh shit, did I aggro her? Oh my god. Oh my god, I aggroed her. There's two of those little fuckers I have to deal with, so I'm not exactly excited about that. One of them is actually perched all the way up somewhere here. Oh. Sometimes they drop that little sack that they're wearing. But anyway, now we can free Laurentius. It's good. Make sure you roll and don't try to attack, because you will aggro him. He's moving Firelink, so now I can start upgrading my Pyro Flame, but that's not what we want to do yet, because if we do that right now, it's largely useless, because the next boss we're going to take on is Toilad. I do not want to engage her in the water. Hard guys are dead. Someone has to deal with dogs. It is a bit tricky dealing with these little fucks. I'm being extra careful because I have to preserve my my Estus. I'm going to be taking on a few difficult enemies here. This little bugger. Pretty much blowing fire bombs up my ass, but yeah. This enemy in particular gives 1 humanity. I don't remember the exact route, but figure something out as we go along with that. I don't remember going down there. I think I went down this way. want to get ganked from both sides by these rat guys. They are a little bit tricky. This is where you want to be. That was fucking close. At least the item I need is already here. I'm not gonna venture any further in because there's really no upside to it. Plus the possibility of dying is just all too real and I don't want to run that risk. So now I can boost my weapon to a +6. I also have the Ember that I came for, and Laurentius is free, so we're pretty much in the clear. So now we are going to backtrack. Havel would give a nice chunk of souls too, but as of right now I don't really consider him a necessity. So I think I'm going to skip that until such time that I'm going to take on the hijack. Magic only really becomes viable after a while, so... However, going to kill Lotrick. Quit out to respawn. He gives 5 humanity and a favor and protection too. killing all these guys would be fun. What I can do right now is have a word with our boy Laurentius and start upgrading my pyromancy blade.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure. Goodbye then. Come back.
Because I want to stack uses of that spell, so... So what we're going to do is we're going to kill these three little fuckers. 6 of them, or 4 of them rather. I want to take out these guys if they have the...
Devil's wrong with you. You cannot overlook a threat to Malaysia. Why do you dust?
Don't want them pissing off any more of the guys. They do have curative miracles, though. Ran out of shit. Ray of Thorland is easy to kill. He obviously doesn't have much going for her. So I killed him for the souls and for the humanity. He gives 7.
Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you dare. Up. Goodbye then. Come back.
Now we have a couple of options. Farm or kill shit. I think I'm gonna go with kill shit. Stray Demon isn't all that top. With a +5 at soul level 1 he will be, but it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, he does bleed, so a couple of hits with this and he will bleed. We're gonna go take him on. Stray Demon's like a punching bag once you already know what his patterns are. So we are headed to kill Stray Demon. There are a couple of Black Knights there that maybe we can fight. I'm not really in a rush to fight them. But the fact that they drop red Titanite chunks and I will need that eventually is a bit of a big deal for me. helps. More of these little buggers. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck fucking fireballs at them. Fuck those guys. I can actually take on the Hydra as well later, which I'm probably gonna do. I mean, he allows me access to Dusk, and I need the Crown of Dusk to help boost my sorceries. The reason why I need to kill the Stray Demon early is because I want the 20,000 souls that he gives. That way I can buy the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, or I could purchase the Crest of Artorias, start farming those fuckers so that when I go to Blighttown, I can already have a maxed out weapon. And I can also get Quilana to appear, so I can ascend my Pyromancy Flame. It's going to take a bit of farming, but as long as I ascend the Pyromancy Flame and I've already invested in the Bellowing Crest or Dragon Crest Ring, it shouldn't be too hard. It's going to be a quick farm. I'm going to want to trigger the bonfire as well because I don't want to have to keep coming back the long way. The undead, the Stray Demon is pretty early, pretty easy to take on early. I don't want to end up accidentally falling in. And I don't want to get ganked by those little shits either. I don't think my fireball is going to do that much damage to him, so... So, you want to trigger it, go away, and then heal. And again, fight this guy unlocked. Where it becomes tricky. If he gets his back up against the wall, which this is a situation you don't want to be in, because doesn't give you a lot of room to maneuver. You don't have enough space behind him. Wanted the extra stuff he gave, souls. He gives about 20 grand. So this is enough for me to buy the Crest of Artorias, so I can start farming those little fuckers there, so that I can buy the Bellowing Dragon Crest ring. I can engage the Black Knight here. Might as well, since I'm already here. We're not doing a very decent amount of damage, so might not even be worth it. Bait a few of his attacks like that one. That's the easiest attack to do the roll and backstab trick. You have to get enough distance between the two of you to get him to whip it out though. The other guy's a bit trickier because the corridor is a lot more narrow where you fight the other guy. You could also do it on that attack, but I haven't really mastered how to get it. Keep fucking up the timing on it. Oh crap, don't follow it up. Nice. They have a guaranteed drop of a red Titanite chunk, so does the other guy. I'll probably take him on an Oscar as well, because I want the extra cash in order for me to be able to buy the weaponsmith box. And my weapon up to +6 as well. I don't really mind that nobody's watching right now. I guess this is more for future reference. My good buddy Paul, who's been doing a lot of SL1 runs, he did one for Dark Souls 3 recently, and did quite well. I think he's beaten the whole game, all the bosses including Gale, so that's definitely a good thing. He's making exceptional progress. I think he's considering starting a soul level 1 run here, which would be great. Now, the crest shield is something I'm going to need to take on the Hydra, which we're going to be doing already here. We're going to bait this guy out first. We want him here, but we don't want to engage him on the stairs because I can't get backstabs on the stairs. I don't want to fight him in such a fucking tight space. No, this should be better. heal. Damn, that was the attack that would have been easy. What the fuck was that? You didn't even take any fucking damage from that boulder? Not exactly a fun space to fight because it's so tight. On a +10 it just takes about 3 backstabs, but obviously I'm not using a +10 right now. Take any more chip damage. Take the fight outside where there's more space. Finally. Ooh, left hand sword. Yay. Headed back to Firelink. Now we can start the real grind. I can actually buy... Well, I'm gonna do the Crest of Artorias first, so that I can do this a little bit more easily. Each trip gives 7,000 if you can kill all of the Forest Guardians. So that's what I'm gonna want to do right now. I could kill the gargoyles real quick, but we're gonna need a few things. I want to get this up to +6, and I want to get the weaponsmith box so that I can upgrade when I'm in Blighttown already, and not have to worry about that. Get the crest, and then we can start some real farming.
My Don't get yourself killed.
I'll take on the Hydra later. Anyway, from here, shouldn't be that tough to make it to him. I'm gonna need my my Forest Guardian shit murdering session first, though. Buying the crest also lets me take on Stiff early, but I don't want to do that until I've gotten some sorcery boosting gear. Because Sif, although he's fairly easy, he's definitely not a cakewalk either. We haven't killed the bell gargoyles, by the way, so we'll see how much damage we do at a +9. Is it a +9 or a +10? Oh, +9. So I'm guessing not much damage, but I guess we can do it little by little so that I can get the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. There's a couple of guys we want to kill right off the bat, this guy being the first. Oh god, you gotta be kidding me. Do I get the souls though? Because that fucker doesn't respawn. Oh god, I don't think I did. That sucks. Well, I'll find out. I guess I didn't. I wonder if he counts as being killed though. I mean, I'll have to deal with him again. Takes a lot of damage. shit. One more trip in here and then I can buy the Bellowing Dragon Crest string, then I can take on the Hydra. Because the Hydra will let me get the Crown of Dusk after I kill the Golem. It's pretty tough when your weapon upgrade is this low. Fortunately, this guy's a bit easy. Back to Griggs and buy that ring and take on the Hydra. And once we've gotten those two items, it should be fairly easy to start farming these little fucks. So I can Hydra is a wee bit tricky. But he's not impossible to beat. We already have the Bellowing Dragon Crest ring, it shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. I'm trying to limit this stream to a 2-hour run because I don't want to have to keep redoing shit. And I'll probably do the farming for shards offline once I make my way down into Blighttown. I'll do the trip to Blighttown on camera, but I will not be farming on the stream because, you know, nobody wants to watch somebody kill the same fucking enemies again and again for like an hour or more. Briggs.
Of course.
Yes, I'm interested. Bellowing. Okay, the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring still boosts damage for pyromancies as well in this game. So, there we go. We're gonna take on the Hydra. I do have to sacrifice the humanity because I want to kindle the flame there since the Hydra is a bit tough. And I will be using the Crest Shield for that run. So, yeah. Not too happy that I don't have that many attacks, but and I'm only using +6. Oh fuck! Oh no, it's fine. Hopefully, I don't get killed by the Hydra. I equipped the Sorcerer set because of the magic defense. The water attacks that the Hydra uses are primarily magic. Hopefully I don't get killed by the golems. What I'm hoping to do is I'll probably just de-aggro them, run all the way to the Hydra, and then like quit out to reset aggro ranges and all that. The trip to the Hydra is probably the most annoying part. Not much else is after that. And I want to save my Estus, because the trip down is hard enough as it is. Because of the golems. Plus the fact that my Pyro Flame isn't ridiculously OP yet. I mean, I could kill the golems, but I don't feel I want to because it's going to take long, and it's going to consume fireball tasks, which I need. Okay, this is where we're headed. I'll probably quit out as soon as I make it up to where I'm going to need a crest shield, hopefully. Like fat rolling? Okay, no, medium rolling, I guess you could call it. You want to make it all the way to that body right there, and then we can quit out from here. Should take some time to heal. And not have those guys aggroed on me. Spam square as soon as it loads. Yeah. Are we even doing it again? I'm gonna use the next crash. I guess we're doing okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to back up a bit. Oh god, I'm missing. One last thing. Alright. So he's dead now. We get 5,000 souls to our bubble. Now one last thing remains, which is Golem. Crystal Golem. On his own, he's not all that difficult. Golems are weak to fire. So once you get the Dust Crown Ring, it kills it. We have to kill it, interact with dust, come back, and quit out. So we quit out, we go back. That's the little fucker we want to deal with. Oh shit. Ooh. He's also weak to strike, by the way. Now, you only get one chance at this, so make sure you answer yes.
Would this
Yes.
my heart?
Now, we just have to make it back to her summon time, summon her one, and come back here. walking in deep water, swapping two-handed and one-handed usually helps. Have a look at my stamina meter. Only my X button wasn't broken. Look at the stamina meter there. See how it stutters a little bit when you swap? So it lets you run about maybe 30-40% longer. Now, dust from inside will appear over there. You can see it gleaming a little bit. Summon her, and you can buy shit from her.
I am dust. It is.
And you get the proper bow gesture. Hidden body needs 14 intelligence to use, so I can't use it. That sucks. Will steal ivory catalyst 12. I can't use it either.
For a very long. The sorcery. The sorcery. If thou art in me.
And she just leaves. You don't have to be human to summon her, by the way. I guess I just like the fact that I don't look like a fucking bag of shit. And in a while I'm going to start farming in the undead, in Blighttown. So I'll probably just go to Blighttown. Or, actually, I don't really need a plus 10 melee weapon yet until I get to Blighttown, because then I'm going to take on Quelaag, so I'll probably farm the Forest Guardians. Now, the reason I didn't rest at the bonfire earlier, on the way down, was so that I could just warp back to Andre's workshop and take it from there. Now I have the Crown of Dusk. And my sorceries will be boosted. I can do a little bit of farming or kill the gargoyles. I think I'd rather... I can go and kill the gargoyles right now, but I think it makes more sense for me to farm the other guys. Take this guy on, actually. Oh shit. Look at the damage. 300 with a simple fireball. There we go. So it's an easy 2000. So as you can see, soul budgeting really matters. Now begins the long and painstaking grind of farming the forest fuckers. Takes a few trips, yeah, but at least I can get my shit up to plus 15, make the grind a little bit easier, go back to Griggs, or to Laurentius and farm there. Switch back to the grass crest shield for some stamina regen. So the crest shield, the normal crest shield, works wonders when you consider that the Hydra does mainly magic damage. If you're going on an int build, you can actually farm those blue golems for blue Titanite chunks. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh well. There goes my humanity. Which kinda sucks, actually. Once I get this thing up to +10, I can pretty much start taking on the gargoyles. Farming these guys with a pyro flame that is less than plus maybe 15 takes quite a while, and I'm not too hot about that. So yeah, at least that way I can cheese the ceaseless discharge and all that. So this basically lets you cheese a number of bosses already. I haven't taken on Pavel. I probably will later at a later stream or a later upload, but yeah. What the fuck? Fucker. Next guy is the knife guy. Oh, what the fuck? It got disconnected? The fuck was that? The fuck was that? Fucker. Now I wasted all those fucking casts. The fuck was that? Oh, little bitch boy starts at full HP again. What a fucking time. That's what I thought. What the fuck is going on, man? It's like suddenly suck all of a sudden. And I have to kill these 3 guys before I can make it back to my souls. Cleric guy's probably the easiest one to deal with. Once you do a certain amount of damage, he does that, and he's pretty much open at that point. Where I usually grind to get everything up to plus whatever. What level am I at already? Okay, so I need to get it up to plus 10. Now this is the extremely boring bit, to be honest. So I'll probably just go back and then take on the gargoyles. By the chaos or the fire orb as well, which is the main spell I'm going to be using to take on those little times. ran out. Odd. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes he slams his kill, I'm not sure what causes it. Cleric guy takes 3 attacks. Fuck you. Well, things usually don't go as planned. These little cunts. The reason I take so much damage is the Crown of Dusk boosts your sorceries, but you also take increased damage from sorceries. So, in effect, this guy is actually the most dangerous of the bunch. Usually after taking any kind of damage, I heal just to be on the safe side. Oh shit, I do not want to get killed, man. Shit. Man, I have 26 fucking grand on that fucking bloodstain. I need to get it back. Fortunately, I have more than enough to slam this fucker to death. Should pretty much have enough to get what I need. Get my Pyro Flame up to +10 and go and kill the gargoyles, pretty much. After I kill the gargoyles, I'm going to stop. Probably continue the stream later on. Or I could go down into Blighttown after killing the gargoyles. Just to show that I made it there, and then I'll start farming for shards. Large Titanite shards, and the green ones, so that I can eventually make a chaos weapon when the time is right. So with the right preparation, Soul Level 1 Pyromancers aren't all that difficult to run. Primarily because Pyros don't scale off of anything. They only the mag adjust or the magic adjust on it, which governs how powerful a certain spell is. It goes up based on upgrade level and nothing else. No scaling off of interface or any of that shit. Maybe that's why they started changing how the mechanic worked in later versions of the game. Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. Oh. You can get it up to plus 11. Interesting. I'm gonna want to attune a different spell. So yeah, I will be killing the mobs on the way up because the gank potential is real and I have no poise. Or we can remedy that. Since I won't be using sorceries on the way up, I'll only be using it for the boss. So yeah, still haven't leveled. Grinding once you've made it to plus 15 for your pyromancy flame usually takes maybe about an hour to get all the souls necessary for ascending into plus 5. Ragdoll physics in this game are funny. As a caveat though, I still sometimes die if I fuck up the cast timings and all that. But you'll see just how ridiculously OP this seems to be. Pyro Flame plus 11. Sucks, I could have made it a no damage run. Anyway. There we have it. We're just gonna ring the first bell and then I'm gonna bone back into Blighttown. Or into Anor, to Firelink, and should be good. So that's pretty much everything. I could have gone and gotten a plus 15, but it was just too much work, and this is supposed to be a practical SL1 run. We're not really trying to be as ridiculously OP as possible before attempting anything crazy, so... Yep. Now I can get my most favorite gesture of all. Well, what is it? Get a few bones.
You're not welcome.
too lazy to walk. And besides, since we're going all the way down into Blighttown, I want to do it as quickly as I can. Oh, and I'm going to want to be human because I want to be invaded by Mildred. So I've wasted quite a few humanity already. And I'm going to need quite a few once I'm down there. Because I'm going to be farming, and I don't want to spend forever farming. Although Mildred does give some humanity, so I'm not going to just waste everything right now. When she invades, I want to be ready. Also going to be taking on Quelaag. Although my pyros are going to be useless against Quelaag. Mildred's going to invade pretty early, right off the bat, actually. I'm doing it the long way and not just tumbling down, so that if anyone wants to see where all the fucking ladders are, they can. Pretty much doing things as safely as I can. This risk is really not necessary at this part of the game. A few items we can pick up here I'll probably show you next time. So, large Soul of a Proud Knight, so those are worth 3,000 apiece. We're just going to wait Mildred out here. And then I'm going to run straight to the Great Hollow, because that's where we're going to be farming. Whoa, 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 whoa. Very pyro resist. She's not resistant to this though. Dragon scale. We want to pick that up. She drops quite a few humanities, and the butcher knife. Again, it's not an item we can use, but well worth it, I guess. I'll be running straight into the Great Hollow. And we'll be attuning a different spell because we need more casts. Obviously this thing's going to be a little bit fire resistant. a proud knight. There's one more, but it's further down the way. So I'll be getting that at a later time. There are 3 of them down here. I'll be getting 2 of them right now. Third one's on the way to Quailog, so not really in a rush to get it yet. I'm gonna pop a few humanities. Just to boost my item find. We can get a few of these large shards going. The reason we're gonna go here is because we need to farm. Illusory wall number 1, twin humanities. Illusory wall number 2. I'll do the crystal lizards at a later time. My priority right now is getting the shards that I'm gonna need. Just to get my weapon up to +10. Rest here. Reinforce. Okay, we're gonna need 9 of those fucking shards. You know what? Fuck it. Max it out. Farming these little buggers can be pretty annoying. Let's see how many smacks it takes to kill him. Oh, they die in 1 hit. Okay, that's good. Oh, this guy dropped something. Okay, first one. I'm gonna need 9 of those. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't wanna waste my fucking humanity now, do we? Farming them is a bit tricky because they do some pretty real damage. Like that. If we get lucky, we can get a few shards and maybe 1 or 2 runs. Okay, great. Extra bonus. They can drop 1 large Titanite shard or a few green ones, 5 of them. That's actually good. Wow. Okay, I've hit my quota for the greens. I just need to get the large ones now. Wow, they're giving a shitload of greens. The greens will also let me ascend a divine weapon later on, which I may or may not want. There's another another large Titanite shard somewhere there, near where Quaylon now appears. So there's quite a few of these guys to farm. They do some damage, but they die in one hit, so I guess it's not all that bad. One hit if you're two-handed, two if you're not. You also get a nice weapon here called the Server. No drops. Well, I guess I can just bone out. I mean, they drop enough souls to justify using the bones. I just have to make sure I save enough to do the Great Hollow. 7 more. The good thing is I already have a shitload of the green shards. Anything else they give me is just gravy, so... Then after this I can take on Quelaag. I also usually summon for Quelaag. I guess I just haven't mastered her moveset just yet. But I do understand she has less HP when you fight her alone. So I may fight her solo this time around. That wasn't very nice. Shit. Wow, what's up with all the green? I'm giving way more than I need this time. Drop me some shit, man. Fucker. Nothing? Nothing. Give me something, man. Oh, fuck you. Once I'm down to 4 bones, I gotta stop boning out. Okay, so I need 5 more. Wow. It's unusually slow. It's one of the least fun parts of doing any run. and that is chasing after a +10, which takes forever farming these little cunts. If you're wondering why I don't go for the plunging attack, it's because I miss about 99% of the time. These little boner farts aren't giving me anything. Wow, nothing. What the fuck, man? Those fuckers didn't give me anything. Just in case I die, I don't want to fucking go back. Nothing? Buggers dropped something. I think I may die before I get a chance to go down, and I don't want to waste my... Nothing. Fuck it. I only got one? I need 4. God. It's pretty fucking annoying. I think I'm gonna wear my pyro shit. There we go. Pyro shit has a little bit better poison resist. Item find is already at 210. Alternatively, I could just run Descent's Fortress after killing Quelaag, but, you know, I don't want to do that with a +8. Kinda want to do it fully, fully gemmed. Oh, not fully gemmed, fully upgraded. Not really fully, but at least at a +10, you know? fucking tragedy. This is getting annoying. At least I hit my quota for the greens. Nothing on those ones. One last bone after this, and I better fucking get it. Maybe I should just... No, after I've gotten my plus 10, I'm going to clear out all the crystal lizards, and then I'm going to move on. Kill Quelaag. Or, I'll go kill Quelaag because I can do the crystal lizards any other time. And it's not like I have the Chaos Ember to justify my trip into the catacombs yet. One last. Have not fought Quelaag solo in quite a while. I normally summon Mildred to tank a few of the hits. I wonder if 5 Estus shards is going to be enough. Should be. None of my magic is going to be useful against her. extend my weapon. Reinforce the reinforced club. What the fuck was that? Whoa. Oh man, fuck you. In case we ran out of Estus, at least we have that going for us. I really want to summon Mildred, but it kind of defeats the purpose of having an SL1 run. Oh Christ, no! Okay, SL1. Okay, so far so good, making decent progress. Ring the bell. We're just gonna do the C+ discharge and then we're done. I'm not gonna suicide run the Chaos Ember. I'll come back for it at a later time. Actually, I can ascend my Pyro Flame even further, so as not to waste what I already have. Now, this guy, Angie, you will have to answer him correctly the first time. Make sure you choose yes. Otherwise, you're locked out of the Covenant. I'll be joining just to get the Great Chaos Fire Orb. I might kill her for her soul, but it's not really necessary at soul level 1. Point we don't really need a weapon. We're gonna box the ceaseless discharge to death. Now, you have to get it right the first time, otherwise you have to wait for him to trigger a specific attack if you die, and it becomes more difficult later on. So I'm wearing the Pyro set because it has good fire defense. In hindsight, maybe I should have gotten the Chloranthy ring while I was already at it. It would help. Especially since my X button and my analog stick seem to be busted, so sometimes you see my sprint animation stutter a little bit. Yeah, that's the reason why. So wow, huge ass boss. This looks like the guy we're about to kill, but we're not gonna kill him legit. We're gonna sort of cheese him using an exploit that I had imagined they would patch out, but I guess it's all for the best because it lets me sort of be a bit of a tool. So we wait for him to do a splash attack, which is a one-hit kill, and we run like hell. Whoa, shit. That was close. We just have to make it all the way back to the fogged wall and wait for a specific attack. That's the attack. Another 20k. So with this kind of progress, we should be able to get our Pyro Flame all the way leveled. It's just that I won't be able to ascend it with Quelana just yet because it takes another 25 grand to level it. So even with the souls I got from both Ceaseless and his big sister Quelag, still not enough. I could suicide run the Chaos Ember, but I have too much on me right now, including my humanity. If I had a Ring of Sacrifice, I would, but I'll do that later, because I'm going to have to cheese those Taurus demons. I can actually do the Great Hollow before I go back up, just to clear out everything I need from there. Modify... Oh damn, I just needed about 15k more. I don't think I have enough souls for that. Oh, you know what? I think I do. Wow, I did. Too bad I don't have enough for Quailana. Now that I have it at plus 15, should be all good. So, that pretty much concludes the run for now. I'll be continuing this SL1 run later on. So currently, what we have is a Reinforced Club plus 10, a Pyromancy Flame plus 15, and we can actually do some fashion. There. Still ugly, but hey. Decent rolling, I guess. Yep. 1/4 equip mode. So there. We also have the Crown of Dust and the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. So we're pretty much ready to wreck shit. Quailana should already appear and start selling me some decent spells, but right now I have pretty much everything I need. I'm going to be grinding offline with the Forest Covenant guys. I'll just come back to talk to Quailana later on. But yeah, this pretty much takes care of everything that I need. For now, at the very least. So, until next time, guys. Hope this helps. Cheers.